Hi, Montview Supper Clubs. We are on the last month of the Supper Clubs for 2021. This is the Supper Club video for April. We hope that you have participated in the 21-day, which is a 7-month challenge of anti-racism and facing racism. We just wanted to do a brief overview of what we accomplished, what our hopes were for you in these conversations, and the hopes that we have for the whole congregation to be involved in anti-racism work. So, would you like to start?
Sure. Well, I think one of the obvious ones is a greater awareness, just being able to watch how we are in the world, watch situations, in public, in our own private life, conversations we're having, being better about noticing where racialized language is taking place or actions. So lots of layers to that, but awareness
work. We hope that you've expanded your vocabulary around racism and anti-racism. I certainly learned a lot in these 7 months and some of the work we've been doing using language around prejudice. What is prejudice? What is racism? What is anti-racism? What is white supremacy? And so we hope that you've expanded your vocabulary so that you can talk about racism in more fuller ways.
Another one is around confession, being more comfortable, first of all, not denying that this exists and getting comfortable with this, and then getting comfortable that this isn't about getting stuck in shame. It's about moving through into a new creation in the world. And so that begins, though, with honest talk about what's really happening. So that's that confession piece.
Right. And the denial of both personal, that I am racist or I have racist tendencies, and then our institutions are implicitly biased. Yeah. We used theological language last month out of the Facing Racism study guide that we appreciated, and that was starting with confession, and that theological language of saying it is true that I participate in as a racist person, and that I participate in systems that are racism. And as Christians, we confess that is true, and then move from there.
But that alone is not enough, so to just stop there and to tell the truth is step one. But then we move from confession to repentance, and we actually do turn. Repentance means to turn, and we act differently. We stand for different things. We speak up when we see racialized language being used, or it means doing things differently. It means doing church differently.
Right.
How we hire, where we put our money, all kinds of implications for that.
Yeah. And the third theological term that the study guide used was grace, and that it takes grace to make those decisions. It takes grace to be aware. It takes grace to move out in change, right? And so grace is under all of that.
That's nice. So for you all, what we're hoping is that this last time together, that you'll spend time doing two things. One, share what are some takeaways for you? Where have you been impacted in the last 7 months? What's stuck with you, and that you're still wrestling with? What's gotten in there for you? And then the other one, go ahead.
Yeah, the second one is to talk about where in Montview Church do you see racist policies, practices, biases, and not just Montview Church, but then the church. What is the church wrestling with, and what is our call? What are we to do right now?
What can we be doing? What should we be doing? As you all know, we have an anti-racism trust team that's been doing some work, getting to know each other, doing that vocabulary work, doing that trust-building work, and I know they would be interested in hearing from the congregation more broadly. So.
Yes. We really, really would like your feedback about how these 7 months went for you, and what suggestions you have for us going forward. What has impacted you? What has impacted us? So
it's important work.
Please let us know.
Okay.
All right.
Have a great night.
Yes. Happy 2021 Supper Clubs.
Bye.